Welcome to RoosterTV, and off the back of National Volunteer Week, we thought we'd grab one of the best, if not the best in the business, Kev Bateman. Kev, thanks for joining us.
No worries, thanks, Tubbs.
Obviously, as the club chaplain and one of our trainers around the place, it's good to have you on board here. And what's it like to work behind the scenes with the players during the week and on game day?
It's great, mate. It's great to just get around the boys while you're strapping the ankles, just seeing how they're going, making sure they're doing well, how work's going, how uni's going. And whatever else might be going on in their lives, just checking up on them, injuries and that as well, just following up injuries to make sure they're doing okay. Yep.
And the volunteers that are at the club, it's a special bond and camaraderie that they all have. Yep. Some of the ones you like to hang around with more than others.
Well, obviously Mudguts, from the chaplaincy point of view as well, a few visits to hospital over the years, but also just going out for lunch every once in a while. He's become my adopted granddad, if you like, and I'm like his adopted, grandson. So, we always do stuff together. His wife makes sandwiches and stuff for us as well, so she knows what she wants to contribute as well. So just to have someone of a family as well, but also the other guys, the goodies, Woony, as much as he likes to tell a story. It's always good to hear it for about the 10th time, but no, it's always good to get around the boys, and obviously the support staff as well. Great bond out the back, in the backroom staff, and it's been good.
And obviously, as your role as the chaplain, obviously we've had our team manager at leg level, Barry Newton, BJ, as we all like to know, he's been in hospital lately, and
yep.
You've had to head in there and look after him a few times.
Yeah, just been in a couple of times. The first time we went in, he had a bandage under his nose, put on a bit of carry on, but no, he's doing well at home. Had to go back in hospital once again, but he's at home resting and recovering, and hopefully have him back shortly.
And one of your other roles, as we mentioned earlier, is as a trainer of the footy club.
Yep.
A few weeks ago, you had to and Friday night as well, look after the junior program for under 13s, 14s and 15s, and you get to keep an eye on the up-and-coming Roosters that are coming through our pathway. How are they looking?
Yeah, good. So all three levels, under 13s, under 14s, under 15s, one Friday night, so it was good to get around with the song and that as well. But yeah, the first couple of weeks were a bit more challenging for the young guys, but yeah, last weekend, just gone Friday night, they did really well, and you can see only in a few weeks you can already see the improvement, obviously with the coaching and the kicking and the whole quality of the game was much better than the first week, so it's been good.
Yeah. And on to the women's team. You've been a strong contributor there right throughout. Yep. And with disappointing loss for the girls yesterday in absolutely terrible conditions.
It was shocking.
It was wet, it was miserable, and then to top that off we had a loss, which was disappointing. But what do you think of the game?
The game was very scrappy, obviously, with the wet weather and the wind. South just seemed to adapt quicker to the conditions. We seem to be that 1.5 kicks away sometimes, and we'd kick out of the back line where it was quite a bit of the time, and we'd kick straight to them and it'd come straight back in. So the back line I thought did really, really well. Unfortunately, the forward line didn't get the opportunities that I'm sure they would have liked, and Slady would have liked them to have as well.
Yeah, definitely a game of momentum and field position, and South Adelaide basically dominated that all day. But to the girls' credit, they had 8 wins in a row to get there, and Maddie Slade has done a great job with that program. 3 years in the system now, and he's had a second, a third, and a second. So hopefully next year we can. Be the first time we can keep our whole list together. Yes. And then add a few others which will build momentum, and I'm sure that you'll be involved with that next year.
I'm sure I will, Tubbs. I keep saying I'll take a step back, but I keep taking another step forward, so it's been good.
And on to the men. Obviously they had a week off, and got a big challenge this week against Adelaide. You've been getting around those guys at training just to see how they're travelling at the moment. Obviously it hasn't been a great start to the season.
No, it's been a little interesting this year, coming off the premiership last year. Obviously we already know about the losses and the drafting, etc. But yeah, no, the boys are up and about. Unfortunately, we haven't started the way we wanted to, but just keep checking on them, making sure they're doing all right, especially the guys that are coming back from injury. So always catch up with them as much as I can. Flicking text messages and Facebook messages to make sure they're doing okay as well outside of football. But yeah, we're up and about. As Kari mentioned on Friday at the sportsman's lunch, it's not over yet. Let's keep going until it's not being able to be calculated that we can get there. We'll keep doing all we can.
And as we said, we play Adelaide this week at at Prospect Oval. We've got the reserves before against Glenelg, and the under-18s start the day off at a very early 8:55. So well, we'll try and get down here for that. Might get the kids to make the wake-up call a little earlier, but if you can, make sure you get down here. It's going to be a great day for the footy club, and we're looking forward to putting out a good performance. And Kev, thanks for everything you do around the footy club, mate. It's much appreciated. And as our head trainer has a flight cancelled today, we better get Kev back over there so he can get all the players on the track.
Darryl.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Tubbs.